solidarity, of course, to all women, all oppressed women everywhere in the world. And let's hope for miracles, but let's also carry on fighting.
Yes.
Before, I would like today to talk about some miracles and some contradictions, but also I would like to just go back to some statistics. And I'm going to introduce myself again in case some people who are around here have not met me yet. I am Agnes Kory, Hungarian Jewish Holocaust child survivor and also a Holocaust researcher. So when there is a genocide, I can recognize it.
Yes.
So I just like to start with a little miracle, which is really statistics. Some of you know that on the 27th of December, Hanukkah evening, I made a short, impromptu, unprepared speech saying that this is Hanukkah, let's see the light, let's hope for miracles. But I don't have a mobile phone, I'm not on social media, but that little speech of mine, up to date, today, was seen by 847,000. Can I please finish? 847,494 people. A month later, 27th of January, Holocaust Memorial Day, in front of the Polish embassy, I also made a speech and I suggested that the best place for Netanyahu would be prison. Now, that speech, well, I was encouraging Poland to arrest Netanyahu if he turns up in Poland. So that speech of mine, up to date, was seen by 410,792 people. So it's not bad for someone who is not on social media. Now, I'm actually here partly because of Women's Day, but also because I'm here to protest against not being able to protest in Swiss Cottage. One of the reasons which were given by some Jewish residents that it was too close to 3 synagogues. Well, I rechecked, and one of them, because I do go to synagogues anyway, because I am Jewish, so one of them meant 2 stops on bus 268 from Swiss Cottage. I don't want to mention that synagogue, but yeah, and the other one was 2 stops on the C11 bus. The third one I didn't try because I haven't been there before, I didn't know where it was, and I've got lots to do. But the truth is that none of those synagogues are anywhere near. Now, so that's a sad fact. However, there's a little bit of miracle because there were some articles in the Jewish Chronicle against our protests, and the Jewish Chronicle usually takes, well, almost always, or always takes the line of the Board of Deputies, the Chief Rabbi, Sir Keir Starmer, and that sort of thing. But I keep going to outside our books. I am a bit naive, I'm trying to convince people, I argue and so on. So I did write a letter to the Jewish Chronicle against this ban of protest, and I didn't think it would ever see the light of day. But guess what? They published it. They published it without altering a single word of mine. And I'm on the top of the page, top of the letter page, and afterwards come 4 other letters which have a very, very different view. But But a lot of people must have read this because it was on the top of the page. So it's a little bit of a miracle, and I just hope that it will continue. Now, there's some contrast which I like to, the contradiction which I like to mention. For instance, the lady before me mentioned Starmer and the defense budget. Well, it's called defense. I don't think it's defense. It's war machine budget. And I think they should be honest about it. I have my own view about the Ukrainians and Russians and so on. I don't feel threatened by them. I think that this warmongering is totally unacceptable, and it has nothing to do with defense. It's a war machine. So talking, okay, just one more contradiction then. I regularly write to my MP with my views, Tulip Siddiq. She's in Swiss Cottage. She responds with the most wonderful letters. I had the last one this week, saying that me and my Labour colleagues and David Lammy, we do everything to stop this, that, whatnot. And I don't have to tell you what the contradiction is. So thank you very much for your attention.